What's the story, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode ado of the Ups I Got Fat Again series. Episode 1 is up on the channel now, so if you haven't already, make sure you go back and watch it. I will leave the link in the description below. If you haven't watched it, you're not going to have any idea as to what the point of this series is, where my story time is picking up, why am I doing a story time, and what's the aim of the series. So go back and watch it now. As I said in the last video, today's story time is going to be covering like the teen years, but nothing really happened from the age of like 12 to 16 other than I was still fat and I still had arthritis. So I'm not going to continue talking about all of that. I'm just going to start from when I was 16. But most important thing of the day, I need to make a coffee. I need a cup. That would be smart. Some rusty spoon. I have no coffee sachets left. I suppose instant coffee will do. Oh, no. I've no milk and I have no sachets. Great. Fucking just bury me now. I had to settle for black coffee because I am cripply addicted to caffeine, and if I try to have this conversation without coffee in me, it's going to be a long fucking day. Yeah, so I remember the way like 2 seconds ago when I was drinking a cup of coffee, I said today's going to be a long day. Yeah, my mic died and I had to charge it. So now it's like 2 hours later and I just decided to change my hat. So we're here now. Let's get on with the story time. So when I was 16, I got my first gym membership, but I got it for all the wrong reasons. You would assume, based off of what we talked about in the last video, that I signed up to the gym to try to lose some weight. But you would assume wrong, because that's the smart reason as to why I probably should have joined up the gym. The reason why I signed up was so that I could tell people that I go to the gym now. I didn't care about what the gym could do for me physically. I didn't care for learning how to do the gym properly. I just wanted something that I could go and do after school. All my friends had their sports, they all played football, they were all on the same team. They'd come in the next day in school and talking about training the night before, inside jokes, stories, going on about going to a match the weekend. And I would always be just like the spare tit sitting over on the side, not being able to relate or join in on the conversation. When I joined the gym, I made sure to tell absolutely everybody that I was going to the gym. It's all I talked about. It's what I made my personality about. I was sick of just being the fat friend with arthritis. I needed something else as an output. The gym was the first thing that I was able to do that didn't cause me pain. Yeah, I turned into a little bit of a knob when it came to the gym. Not that I had like a superiority complex or I was trying to make myself out to be better than anybody, but as I said, I went from never having anything or never being able to do anything to now owning something. Like, this was my sport, this was my pastime, this is something that I'm going to talk about whether you like it or not. Fast forward to 17 years old, I was going for a routine checkup with my doctor for my arthritis, and during the checkup she had said she's never seen my joints perform so well, that going to the gym, making that change in life is really benefiting me, and she recommends that I continue going because it's having nothing but good effects on me. You would think that that would have been my turning point, but again, we thought wrong. It obviously struck a little bit of a chord for me, and I realized that it wasn't just a bragging point, like it was something that was actually benefiting me. But this is the time in my life where I started drinking, I started partying. I was going out on the weekends, whether it was to pubs, parties, fields. I was just drinking. 2019 is the year everything changed. In January 2019, I was 18 years old. Again, I was in the hospital for a routine checkup. My doctor gave me the all clear. Ultimately, the arthritis has now left my body. That going to the gym has pretty much cured me in a way. They discharged me. They no longer wanted to see me as a patient for arthritis. After dealing with it for 12 years and having such a hold on my life, to being eliminated by something that I didn't even care about doing that much, it kind of struck a little bit of a chord for me. It made the gym go from something that was just, as I said, an ego boost and a bragging point, to now being something that I wanted to continue doing for the rest of my life. Summer 2019 was my leaving cert year, so it was my final year of school exams that we do in Ireland, and from there I was going on to college. Based off of what had happened earlier in that year, I had actually changed my mind on what I wanted to go to college for. I decided that I want to go and do sports science or physiotherapy. Ultimately, didn't get my points because I was so bad in fucking school. I was an idiot. I'd done so bad in my leaving cert. So I went off to do a PLC. At this time, I was also watching YouTube a lot more. I'm looking at these lads, fucking Rob Lipsett, David Lade, Lex Little, etc. They're all absolutely peeled. And I'm looking at myself thinking, what is it that these lads are doing that I'm not doing? Like, I've been going to the gym for the last 2 years. Yeah, maybe I'm not putting all my effort into it, but I shouldn't still look the way that I look. I should look similar to them. Conclusion, they are all on steroids. Everybody that was bigger than me was on steroids. There's no possible way anybody could naturally get like that. It's all fake. It's all because they're in the public eye that they need to look like this, and steroids was the answer. I walk into college the first day, and these two lads are in my course, and they look like the people that I've been watching on YouTube. So immediately my brain draws the same conclusion: these lads aren't natural. I started talking to them, and I asked them, are you guys natural? And of course they say yes. My brain couldn't believe it until I went to the gym with them and I seen how these lads were training, and it was completely different to anything that I had been doing. Coming in on their lunchtime, they weren't eating fucking chicken rolls and jam buns and sausage rolls. They were eating chicken, rice. My brain couldn't comprehend the fact that, like, I had just wasted the last 2 years. I didn't try in the gym. Why would I look like people that actually did try in the gym? I start to realize that I'm just a bitch. I just admitted to myself that I wasn't training properly. I didn't care for the gym. Why is it that I would have the same results as somebody that was never missing a day, eating completely clean, tracking everything that they eat, and here's me drinking on the weekends, eating shit food, and going to the gym fucking sporadically during the week and having absolutely no plan? I expected to have the same results as these guys. From that point on, that everything kind of changed. I started paying more attention to what the gym actually was. I started learning more about hypertrophy, macros, calories, nutrition, progressive overload. All of it started to fall into place, and I finally knew that I was just an idiot. Fast forward to 2020. I'm now 19 years old, and we all know what happens at the start of 2020. The big C-19 came out of nowhere and put the world into lockdown for the next 3 years. Look, I'm not going to sit here and start talking about lockdowns and everything else. We all lived through it. We all know what happened. We all need to move on from it. What I will say is, from the age of 19 to 21, my body image went completely fucking downhill. I developed such bad body dysmorphia. My weight fluctuated so much. And for the first time in my life, like a lot of other people during this part of history, my mental health was completely in the bin. But I'm going to leave the story time at that. Next story time, we will discuss what happened from the age of 21 to now. I still have to talk about how I actually ended up in the best shape that I ever got into, and what has happened over the last 4 years to get me to where I am now. That'll be for the next video. I am going to go and eat some food, and then we're going to go and destroy our little legs. So I'll see you in the gym. Okay, people, I am going to leave this episode here. As I said earlier on when I was in the gaff, next episode will be the last of the story time. After that, it will be full send into the cut, training, split, diet, all that shebang. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below what you're excited for and what you want to see come out of this channel, basically. And I'll see you guys in the next one.